Jordan, what are your takeaways from this game? Just anything that you observed.
Well, I like seeing some of the defensive players stepped up. I like seeing some of the young guys, even though we didn't get to see as much of George McIntyre or like Dwayne Morris or any of them as much as we hoped. But I mean, I thought Ty Redmond, he had a good first quarter. He had that interception there. He was making some plays. I thought Perlotti, I mean, I just get so excited seeing every single little clip because, you watch during the game, you see one thing from him and he looks good in live time. Don't get me wrong. But then some of these clips come out from a different angle by some of these people that analyze film. And it's like, wow, this dude, I mean, he'll fly to the football. He will lay someone out. I mean, I saw this one angle that was behind the offensive line where he absolutely leveled New Mexico State's running back. And that gets me excited because I've always been a big fan of the big hitters. Like I grew up on the Brian Dawkins, the Ray Lewises, all of them. And it gets me excited seeing that Tennessee not only has a player that can lay the boom like that, but he's also just a freshman as well. So could potentially get 3 more years with him also. And then, I thought David Hobbs had an exceptionally good game. 2 pass deflections, 9 tackles. I think that, I mean, he can be one of Tennessee's best defensive players next year. And once again, we go back to the injuries. It's a shame that he had to deal with injuries throughout the season, along with everyone else, Arian Carter, Ricky Gibson, Jermod McCoy. I mean, just seeing all these guys that have shown flashes or they played stellar last season and not getting to see them on the field as much as you'd hope. It's a little bit of gut wrenching because you start to think about what ifs that could have happened in the season. But I mean, of course you can't change anything, but I just like seeing some of the younger guys out there. Injuries like I spoke about on the post-game show, a little concerning again, seeing all those players go down in that one drive in the third quarter. I mean, there's 4 people, Deshaun Bishop, Peyton Lewis, Kitzelman, and Wendell Moy. But I mean, surely half those guys are going to be fine at least. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how it ends up being with the Florida game. But yeah, my biggest takeaway was just like paying attention to some of the younger guys. I mean, it wasn't a crazy game by any means, but I don't think Tennessee wanted to show too much before Florida.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. But what watching this game, I don't think the offense really cared. Just to be real, I think it was pretty clear that it had another game ahead in Florida, a much more important game ahead in Florida. And you could see that a little bit there at the end of the half. Maybe they just weren't as urgent to go up big at halftime. That's why it was only 21-3. But that's just a guess from me. I don't really have any real knowledge of why else they would go slow at that point in the game and not try to score to go up 28-6 or 35-6 at halftime, whatever they could have done there. It was good to see the run game get going for the first time in a while. It was it went for 194 yards in this game, 4 touchdowns, I know for sure. So good for Tennessee for doing that because you have not seen this team run the ball super effectively in SEC play. And I know it's a group of 5 opponent, but we just have to keep that in mind as we watch this team going down the stretch here. You'd like to see the run game get going again, and that will help you in some of these games down the stretch. Only other things that I got from this game, I think we said it on the post-game show. George McIntyre, much more comfortable looking than Jake Merklinger. I don't know if Jake Merklinger is here in a month, to be completely honest, so we will just see if that's the case. But overall, I think McIntyre did look pretty nice out there with the deep ball. Even though it was an incompletion, it was a fun incompletion, if you could call it that. And then he had the little pass to I'm blanking on it. Cole Harrison.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about McIntyre. I was thinking about that play with Aguilar earlier in the game.
Oh, no. I do remember that play, though. So, yeah, he was able to complete that for a first down, even though it was more of Cole Harrison doing damage with his legs and almost fumbling it away there at one point. So that wouldn't have been great. But yeah, good for McIntyre for getting in the game finally and playing quality snaps late in the game. Defense played its best game of the year too. Just to be completely honest, like you gave up a few 10, 15-yard pass plays, but nothing particularly long down the field. You held your own against the run, I felt like. And you created a couple turnovers, got a pick six out of it with William Wright. Shout out to the walk-on. Ty Redmond, freshman of the week this week in the SEC. And you mentioned it with Perlotti and Hobbs. They stepped up big time too. Those are two guys that this team is going to need next year. Hobbs in particular, and of course Perlotti going to get more and more involved as we go down the stretch. But those are all my takeaways from the game. Anything you think we missed, Jordan?
Well, the offensive line did good too. I mean, only one tackle for a loss. You know, just you didn't really see too much from Tennessee in this game, really. But it was nice getting to see some of these guys that don't normally get to play that got to go in more. Because I mean, with 2 games left in the season, Tennessee's got to start thinking about the future. I know that, I mean, there'll still be 3 games in total left on the schedule. We'll see what Tennessee ends up doing in their bowl game, but it's nice to think about the future once you start getting towards the end of the season, especially when you're not going to the college football playoffs, not competing for a national championship. It's kind of nice to start to get your hopes high up for next season. And Tennessee's got a lot of talent coming in. Besides the guys that we just mentioned too. I mean, the 2026 class is looking really nice. And I think Tennessee's got a positive future ahead of themselves, which has got me pretty excited.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting future for this bunch.